Washington City homeowners Courtney and Sam Adamson experienced unexpected financial challenges in 2008, along with many others, as the economy deteriorated. This was the beginning of a drawn-out conflict with the Bank of America and is still in progress.
What we're struggling with, dealing with, because it seems to me like not everybody sees the whole picture. That's what we want to get out today. Back in December of 2008, we fell in a hardship. I owned a fairly successful landscape maintenance company here in town. In that very month, my work truck transmission went out. Contacted the bank, let them know of my hardship. They were very understanding and agreed to work with us. They told me to just stay in contact, and I let them know it might be 2 or 3 months. And that's exactly what it was. I followed up with them each and every month. Same thing. They understood the hardship, continued to let us know that they were willing and going to work with us as soon as the funds started rolling back in when spring rolled around and the business started picking up. In March of 2009, start making payments again and get caught back up. That was when I was notified that I was to come up with over $7,000 right at that very point to get caught back up. And I explained to them, well, that's not really working with me, that's just me getting caught back up. So at that point we were kind of at a loss, but soon found out about the loan modification program that was rolled out due to the whole economy shifting down. I started to go through the loan modification program on my own, got the runaround from the bank, qualified for it several months in a row. They always told me, we'll send you the paperwork, and you just get that paperwork, sign it, and get it back to us as soon as possible. But never did get the paperwork, never saw any paperwork, which was really weird. So in November of 2009, started working with a company called Fortified Financial, a loan modification specialist company. They guaranteed me 100% that I would get the loan modification through Bank of America. And we were working with them several times, kind of the same situation that we were doing on our own. In April 1st of 2010, we got an eviction from the local constable here, and we that very day went down to Fortified Financial and got Recon Trust, the company that forecloses for Bank of America, and Bank of America on the phone at the same time, because Bank of America was telling us the home wasn't sold, and that's why we were doing loan modification. A lot of confusion was coming in there, but when we had all 3 parties on the phone at the same time, they would not agree on the sale date of the home. At that point, we agreed to hang up, and so they could figure it out. We called back a couple hours later, and that's when we were notified that all of our notes had been deleted out of our account, and that it showed that we had not ever tried to work with the bank. We notified Bank of America at that time that we had been recording the phone calls to them of us working with them, and they discontinued to communicate with us at that point.
They use a company called Recon Trust, and Recon Trust is a foreclosure entity, or in some instances called a foreclosure mill, and they do not have the authority to foreclose here in Utah because they are not a title insurance company or an attorney. And the Utah State Legislature has passed a law that says anyone that wants to foreclose on real property has to be a title insurance company or an attorney, and Recon Trust is neither.
In 2010, Recon Trust foreclosed, and then the Bank of America acquired the property back through the auction. At that point, they did an unlawful detainer because we were still in the home. We went to court against that, and the judge ruled in our favor that there was problems with the foreclosure process. Then in 2014, the bank transferred the property over to a company called Distressed Asset, which is a shell corporation of Bank of America. And then they also tried a lawful detainer because we're still in the home. And the judge ruled again in our favor to stay in the home.
Distressed Asset Solution is appealing the decision of Judge Jeffrey Wilcox to the Utah State Supreme Court. I'm 100% certain that they're going to lose because it has already been decided that Recon Trust cannot foreclose on homes here in Utah.
Basically, we've not only missed out on 6 years worth of payments, but our credit has been getting dinged by Bank of America since this all started. We've always wanted to make the payments over the last 6 years, but haven't been able to because they won't accept payment, and they expect me to stand up and keep their contractual agreement, but at the same time, if they're going to do that, I expect them to hold up to the Utah law and conduct business under those guidelines as well.
The Adamsons are grateful for the 5th Judicial District Court rulings in their favor. They still have hope to work with Bank of America and begin paying their house payments again. I'm Julie Walton for KCSG Television.